Barter Theatre will be offering a free online Valentine's weekend performance of the play Maytag Virgin. And this morning we want to welcome the stars of this wonderful production, Wendy and Nicholas Piper, to Daytime Tri-Cities. Good morning.
Hello,
morning.
good morning.
It's nice to see your all smiling faces on this morning. Let's talk about this. This is a great way to enjoy some time in a production with your loved one for Valentine's Day.
That's right. This is a play that Wendy and I actually did at the Barter in 2019 called Maytag Virgin, and it's this really very sweet and funny love story about a guy who moves in next door to this woman right here, Lizzie Nash, and it follows their relationship over the course of a year.
But more than a love story, I have to say it's a story first about friendship and connection. And the title simply means, Maytag Virgin, simply means that this is a woman who has never ever used a dryer. She hangs her clothes outside on a clothesline. And so along comes a man with a dryer. And then you just don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
You just never know what you're going to need in your life to spark that one love of your life.
That's right.
So true. Yes.
But that's such a great way to look at things, because it's those little connections that you make with people that kind of blossom from friendship into a love and beyond, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It is. Watching two people kind of gain. They're two people who need to learn to trust each other, and then that sparks a friendship, which then grows into something more. And that's kind of how it works for all of us. And this was a very special project for Wendy and I. The chance to get to do this together has meant a lot.
It's been one of our very favorite theater performances that we've gotten to do ever. The script is very, very meaningful to us, and I do want to say this is a reading of the original production. We're not calling it the actual finished product, but it is a reading of that. So it'll be us in our homes together with you all, and we'll be reading the script together.
And I think almost that makes it more intimate. I really do, because you're going to be there in close proximity to each other doing this reading.
That's right. It's been. It was actually nice. The way we've had to do in the theater, the way we've had to do a lot of work this year is over Zoom, where people are all in their own homes. So it's nice that we got to just be together, and it's a very kind of intimate and lovely portrayal of this play that's really terrific. And it's a great way to spend Valentine's weekend. It's running from February 12th through the 15th. People can just log on to the website and they'll be able to access the play that way.
And both of you immersed in theater, what are some of the challenges? This is one of the challenges we're doing right now, having to rethink, and the old term, think outside the box. That you've had to do a lot of that during the pandemic, haven't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Barter, this year, in order to keep things safe, we ended up producing theater at the Moonlight Drive-In, a drive-in outside of Abingdon, where everybody stays in their cars and the actors all live together. So it's taken some creative thinking in order to get theater done this year. But that's what theater is great for.
We've also had to learn how to connect this
right
with our fellow actors, because we've done many online readings and online performances, and it's a totally different thing. I mean, connecting this way is quite different than being live in the same place, and not having your audience right there live with you too, when you depend on audience feedback there in the moment. And so it's been quite a challenge, but it's been a good one for all of us, I think.
Last question for me. When folks finish with their reading and they go back to their lives, what do you want them to take away once they have logged off and or have time to reflect on what they just saw?
One of the things that when we did this production in 2019 that we heard a lot from people who would kind of hang out after the show and just want to talk about it is a lot of people identified, they say, oh my gosh, we are Jack and Lizzie. We met this way and this is how. And so I hope it'll just be a way to for people to kind of appreciate each other, realize how even in difficult times how lucky we are. Yeah.
And that there's always hope. You know, both of these people have things in their past that are keeping them from having an easy time connecting with people. And, you know, you get to a point sometimes in your life where you think that you may always be alone for the rest of your life, or that there may not be hope for you to ever have a connection again. And this presents the possibility that you just never know, and that there's always the hope.
And we'll end it right there with plenty of hope. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Nicholas. We appreciate the time this morning.
Thanks,
Thank you
Chris,
so
for having
much.
us.
All right, folks, we got the information for this wonderful production and this reading right here on the screen.